Lesson 6, uses of the generator effect. Two uses we're going to look at, and this is generating electric current, which is basically power stations, and the microphone. Okay, so the AC generator, which is the same thing as a power station, just power station is a larger version of this. Look at the example. You've got a permanent magnet, a coil of wire in between the poles of that magnet. That coil of wire is forced to rotate by whatever means, it doesn't matter. That rotates, a current is induced. When this side of the wire, look at the arrow, is going upwards, it induces a current in one direction. As that rotates around, this side of the wire will rotate around and then be traveling downwards. So the direction of the wire has changed, so therefore the current will change direction, and that's why you get an alternating current. The current changes direction as the coil rotates. So if you look at a plot of the potential difference of current produced, it will form a graph like this, going from 0 to a maximum, back to 0, down to a minimum, so it goes negative, i.e. the current is changing direction. What we're trying to show here is that the position of the coil for the different voltages. So when the coil is vertical, you get 0 potential difference. And this hopefully graphic shall help illustrate that. If you look here, the colored line between A and B, that is the coil, the position of the coil. Here it's vertical. The purple dashed line indicates the path the edge of the coil will follow as it rotates, goes a complete circle. If we look at the arc of the circle in position B, if I look at that distance there, follow the pointer, you can see it is cutting over that distance, is cutting just one magnetic field line. The coil in the horizontal position, this one here, if we do the same arc, same distance of that circle traveled, you can see it cuts a lot more magnetic field lines. So in the horizontal position, more magnetic field lines are cut than in the vertical position. So therefore, in the horizontal position, you induce greater current. And exactly at the horizontal position, you get the maximum current induced. At the vertical position, you get the minimum, which is 0. So that refers to our graph here. In the vertical position, we get 0 current induced. Coil rotates. As it's rotating, current is being induced. Gets to the horizontal position, induces the maximum current, rotates, keeps on rotating back to the vertical again. We're back down to the minimum. The coil is now done a half turn, so it's now changing direction. The current therefore changes direction, so we show that by going negative. So the negative here just means it's going in the opposite direction. Down to the horizontal position again, maximum negative current, back up to the vertical position again. So in the vertical position, you induce 0 current. In the horizontal position, you induce the maximum current. In the UK, the coils are arranged so that they rotate 50 times a second, giving us the UK AC main supply at 50 hertz. In other words, this curve 50 times per second. The maximum height of this one determines the UK mains voltage. The maximum height here is 300 and about 320 volts. If that was averaged out, so it goes from 0 up to 320, if we average that out, that is the same as a direct current, or the current staying stationary, or voltage staying stationary at 230 volts, which is the mains supply in the UK. The generator can also be made to give you direct current, similar, which is exactly the same setup as a electric motor, magnet, coil of wire, but this time as compared to the AC generator, we've got the split ring, just like we had in the DC motor. The split ring commutator means the current is not allowed to change direction as it rotates. So this is the DC output you get, so it never goes negative. There are uses for that, such as in electronics. And then finally, the use that we see of the generator effect is the microphone, which is the direct opposite of the loudspeaker, in the same way as the motor effect is the opposite of the generator effect. Setup here is the same as loudspeaker, but in reverse. So sound waves come in, they hit a diaphragm, which would be the thin skin on the microphone. That causes that diaphragm to vibrate backwards and forwards at the frequency of the sound. that is connected physically to a coil of wire, which is free to move over a magnet. So we've got a coil of wire being forced backwards and forwards, sliding over a permanent magnet. That induces, the generator effect induces a current in wires, and those wires then connect to your amplifier or whatever to record the sound. Okay, so detail in those 4 points there. So basically the generator effect is used to generate AC electricity. The coils in the vertical position give you the minimum current, 0, and the coils in the horizontal position give you the maximum current, as you see there. Okay, thank you.